Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hello, Assalamu alaikum. This is me, Ariful Islam, and my today's presentation topic is Annexing a Smart Sustainable Business Growth Model for Small and Medium Enterprises (SMEs), the Rise of Digital Era. I am a PhD candidate from Putra Business School. First, I would like to thank Piyush Series 3 Management Committee for giving me such an opportunity. Secondly, I would like to thank two contributing authors of this research expedition. One is our Honorable Professor Sajali Abdul Wahab, and second is Dr. Ahmed Shaharuddin Abdul Latif. I would like to thank them for their precious contribution. Let's start with background scenarios. SMEs are key players in the economy and the wider ecosystem of firms, enabling them to adapt and thrive in a more open environment and participate more actively in the digital transformation process that is actually essential for boosting economic growth and delivering a more inclusive globalization process. Well, look into the importance of SMEs from global perspective. OECD report 2017 states that 99% of all business and 70% of all employment opportunities are covered by SMEs. In EU 28, 66% of total jobs are covered by SMEs. It contributes 60% of Chinese GDP, 29% of Indian GDP, and 38.8% of Malaysian GDP. From another angle, 74% of technological innovation and 84% of new products also covered by SMEs. So what is the problem here actually? The problem is SMEs are vulnerable with high rate of failure. So look into the paradox of survival and failure. Nobel states that startup fails between 80 to 90%. NBCS report, the latest report in 2019 states that SMEs failure rate in first year is 21.5%. That is actually very alarming. 30% of Chinese SMEs can exceed 10 years of lifespan, reported by CTI BJ report in 2015. And 50% of startups fail within 5 years in UK, reported by Goldust and his fellow researchers in 2017. In 2015, termination of Malaysian SMEs is 34,450. Increase is about 31.5% considering 2012 and 2015 timeframe, reported by SME Corporation in their 2016 report. So what are the reasons here? Two reasons actually identified. One, lack in competitive advantage and lack in strategical approach. So what is the solution? Solution is we need to formulate a growth model that can help SMEs to sustain in the long run. Here comes the question of sustainable business configuration. Elkington in 1994 introduced the sustainability concept as triple bottom line (TBL). It incorporates three dimensions of performance: social, environmental, and financial. Here the TBL captures the essence of sustainability by measuring the impact of an organization's activities on the world, including both its profitability and shareholder values, and its social, human, and environmental capital. But in 2018, Elkington also criticized this concept. This has been criticized by Sridhar and Jose and Osborg. So, as a result, other scholars proposed the inclusion of an extra dimension. During COVID 19, it has been severely criticized for its lack in crisis resistance capability. So, actually, here we bring the dynamism of digitalization inside TBL configuration. Recently, the users of advanced digital technologies such as cloud, smartphone, big data, social networks with the information and automation, SMEs will focus on new business market and optimization possibilities leading to their success or growth. During COVID-19 pandemic, digital innovations quickly became the stronghold of personal and professional life. Firms and governments are designing and piloting fast responsive frameworks to implement emerging technologies. Again, digitalization can help SMEs in business forecasting. They can also help in efficient business operations. They will also create transparency within SME that will help to reduce immoral management practices. So at this point, we contained about the inclusion of digital performance in TBL configuration to enhance TBL capability. This is also the objective of our study. Now, let's go to the next slide. The total motivation of this study comes from the concept of Society 5. Society 5 is promoted by the Japanese government on April 2014. It will serve SMEs with new business opportunities. Actually, it is about building a world that blends digital transition with higher values and resources, aiming to create a richer existence that will support the community in a structure that incorporates cyberspace with physical space in a fully interconnected fashion. This is a holistic communal mechanism based on each and every human being on Earth and not a future guided and controlled by artificial intelligence or robots. Now I'm going to play a small video about Society 5.
In Japan, innovation has been transforming our society, in which people can extend human ability. For example, a technology which improves our performance. With new wearable interfaces which analyze wearers' movement using AI and accumulate the techniques of great performers as electrical stimuli. Wearers may play like great performers due to the stimuli sent by interfaces to wearers' muscles. Telexistence technology realizes our own avatar robots in practical use, enabling us to see, hear, and feel beyond time and distance as though we were there. Assistive suits, which read wearers' wills by receiving biological signals sent from the brain to the muscles, support users' heavy lifting work. The suits reduce the user's burden and let us handle heavy work much more safely and comfortably. Advanced technology will support a variety of activities and improve our lifestyles. Japan aims at realizing Society 5.0, a technology-based, human-centered society.
Now the methodological part. We have utilized systematic literature review based conceptualization. We have used 350 articles. Reliability and validity check has been established. We have used databases such as Web of Science, Scopus, Emerald, etc. The systematic analysis helps us to conceptualize digital performance. The term digital performance will replace the notion of organizational performance. It can be defined as the measure to determine the progress of the implementation of a digital transformation according to the various dimensions associated with it. It has been founded on two paradigms, digital leadership theory and research-based view. We have embraced the measurement from the concept of Hub Institute. The items include leadership, infrastructure, data collection, and decision making. This is the proposed smart quadruple bottom line, SQBUL. It will help to formulate a smart sustainable growth model for SMEs. Here the digital performance will enhance economic, social and environmental performance. In case of theoretical contribution, the conceptualization provides researchers with a learning opportunity to build an intelligent competitive edge, taking into account the partnership between digital transformation and sustainability. In case of practical contribution, openness or transparency is the starting point for embedding this sort of model. In addition to inspiring workers, a transparent and truthful ethos and a direct line of contact can help, pass down to companies and buyers to better express credibility and establish relationship. In case of additional inputs, our configuration offers the introduction of Society 5 in such a way that it aims to reduce the environmental effects of industry that covers Sustainable Development Goal 14 and 15 and provide us with quality jobs. It covers Sustainable Development Goal 8. Again, our proposed model would create a Paris Agreement supportive network where creative players utilize emerging technology to solve essential ecological problems or climate-related problems in terms of sustainability. Now the final thoughts. Here, digital performance is not a mechanism that can be used to address the problems of sustainability. It is also important as a catalyst for transformative change at different levels. In view of the emergence of the digital age since COVID-19, the key principles for SMEs that drive responsible conduct must be transparency and responsible behavior. The study does not disregard the hidden challenges. They entail societal moral decline, economic change without taking social goals into consideration, cybercrime, unrestricted access to personal valuable data information, and power misuse. In this regard, the study also highlights the tremendous need for effective regulatory strategies, incentive or benefits, and paradigm adjustments. Future research recommendations also include the request to analyze the contribution of spiritual and ethical dynamics within the proposed outline to obtain better sustainable outcomes. So that's all. Thank you, everyone.